Welcome to the Tech Beyond Gender podcast. I'm your host, Meena Satishkumar. Today, I'm thrilled to have Vishaka Agarwal, a dynamic entrepreneur, wellness advocate, and Art of Living faculty member. With over 2 decades of experience, Vishakha has seamlessly blended ancient wisdom and modern innovation. As a co founder of Prakritik Lifestyles, she helps individuals reconnect with nature through Ayurveda and holistic therapies. She's also the co founder of WeSynergize.ai, where she develops cutting edge AI solutions for businesses, proving that technology and wellness can coexist beautifully. Vishaka is passionate about empowering women entrepreneurs and guiding over 15,000 individuals towards mindful and balanced living. Get ready for an inspiring conversation that bridges wellness, tech, and purpose. Thank you so much, Vishaka, for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much, Meena. And I really am grateful to you for calling me for the podcast. This is something which is very, very close to my heart, speaking to women across the globe and also just, the entire platform of learning, sharing, exchanging, and inspiring. That's what we all are here for. So thank you once again. Very grateful.
Thank you. Now, let's go to your very early years. Give us a background about yourself. Where did you grow up? Were there any experiences or influences from your childhood that shaped who you are today?
So I was born in Chandigarh. It's a city in Punjab. And then my early years were in a city called Jammu, which is in Jammu and Kashmir. And then in sixth grade, my parents decided to put me in a boarding school in Pune. So I was in Helena's for a couple of years. And then when they moved to Pune, I moved to another school. So till about 12th grade, I was in Pune. And then also fourth year, I did my engineering from MIT Pune. I'm a polymer engineer. So I did my polymer engineering from MIT Pune. And then I got my MBA degree from Clark University in Boston. Lived in US for about 7 years and actually started our first company, which was Shiv Sai Infosys back in 2000, just with $500. So Dheeraj and me, while we were still doing our on-campus job, started that company, sold that off. And then 2011, we started WeSynergize, which is more focused on software and AI and automation of customer service solutions. And became an Art of Living teacher in 2010. I actually did my first Art of Living course in 2004, where the entire life took a 180-degree turn. And I was like, wow, this is the coolest thing I've done, in youth at that time. And that was a truly transforming moment for me. And life has been so amazing, so beautiful, so fulfilling ever since I've started doing meditation, practicing Sudarshan Kriya, teaching others the power of Sudarshan Kriya, bringing wellness in their lives. And I have two boys. You've met them, 19-year-old and 12-year-old. 19-year-old is in Singapore. He is doing his first year computer engineering. He is a meditator himself. He's done in Art of Living, we have the kids program. He's done that at least a dozen times. He does the silence meditation program once in every 3 months. So meditation is part of our daily routine for the entire family, not just us, but also our extended family. And that's what just binds all of us together and keeps us strong through moments of highs and lows. Yeah.
So, when you were meditator as a child?
Never actually. In fact, I was contrast. People who know me from before, and so my maiden name was Trishna, right? So I was known as Trishna Nagrani. So I'm a Sindhi married to a Marwari, and I never meditated. In fact, it was I did anything other than meditation, and people who know me from before
Mhm.
and we actually find this really amazing because they were like, you meditating, really? But they're happy with the way, my entire life has turned out. And I'm far more sober and sorted as a person, more grounded. I think before I learned how to meditate, I was very anxious as a person and very angry as a person. I couldn't emotionally flush. It was if I was upset, I was upset for days. My relationships were all haywire, and just meditation has brought in so much. In Hindi, what we say, sthirta, right, stability in my life. That is just when I started meditating and I saw so much change in my life, I said, okay, how can I give this back? How can I have more and more people do this? And that's when I, embarked on my journey to become a teacher. And it's just been so satisfying, so fulfilling. Yeah.
Very nice. Now, you spoke about your journey into meditation. What sparked your interest in technology? How did you select engineering as a program of study?
Yeah, so back then, so I'm by the way 1978 born. I'll turn 50 in about 3 years. But at that time, you didn't have a lot of good career counselors. So, and at that time, things were quite different for women, where you were either the only career options for you at that time were either medicine, becoming a doctor, or an engineer. And so for me, medicine was never an option because I was always scared of seeing blood. So very early on, I knew I couldn't become a doctor. And but chemistry always intrigued me. And I actually, one of the reasons why I chose chemistry as my subject was because in 12th grade I got 99. I don't know where I lost that one mark, but but yeah, chemistry. I just it's the experiments and everything always fascinated me. And at that time, polymers was something that was really growing, the industry, the uses of polymers in the industry, manufacturing, all of that. And I was like, wow, today how we have the day and age of AI,
Mhm.
that's what polymers was back then. I mean, because a lot of, globalization and a lot of international car manufacturing companies were coming in India. This huge industrialization, expansion. So at that time, polymers was a very good match. And then, when I finished my polymer degree and wanted to study, get my MBA degree, I had an option to do either a single degree or a dual degree. And I said, hey, why not study a little bit more and get a dual degree? And that's when my main degree was marketing, right? For me, marketing and sales, I'm sort of just comes from within, because I love talking to people and love coming up with solutions and helping them. So I chose marketing as my core MBA degree elective. And then the other one, I had to choose one more. I said, okay, I'm everything today is so technology oriented, so I took up a lot of MIS, Management Information Systems electives. So that was the story. And then right around that time in 2000 was this huge boom, outsourcing boom, right? Where General Electric had just come into India, and there was this lot of companies from United States looking to outsource to India. And Dheeraj was working in USIBC, US India Business Council. And he met a lot of people from the industry, and he said, well, this is really good, and it'll be good for us because we'll be creating so many jobs in India, right? And India has this advantage of scale. You can get labor in abundance and workforce that is knowledgeable, and it's so good globally. You will be able to help with the economy. So that really intrigued me. And then, one thing just led to other, and then we grew that. And in 2011, we wanted to pivot and get deeper into outsourcing. And that's when we decided we wanted to move more towards the IT side of it, because by then we had started, taking in a lot of IT and software outsourcing projects. So in 2011, we started We Synergize, and serving some top-notch telecom companies globally. And in the last couple of years, because everyone knows about how AI is completely changing, AI and automation is completely changing the way business is done today, with the robotic process automation and everything being driven by AI. So now we've developed our own product where you'll be amazed. You'll call a number and you'll think you're talking to a real person, but it's actually AI speaking to you, and it's growing so fast. And industries all across different spectra, whether it is just customer service or even back office, are using AI, and it's helping because work is being done faster, more accurately, and the people that were initially doing the customer service part of it now can upskill and do other things. So it's a win-win for sure. Yeah.
Beautiful. So when you started off, did you start off as an entrepreneur, or were you working in technology as a developer or an engineer?
Yeah. So when my summer school, when we had to do an internship in United States, I worked for a company called Sai Systems. And my first job, literally my first internship, was as a business analyst, right? And this was like a desk job. I was behind the screen and I had to do it, and I learned a lot. But I was like, well, this is not me, because I love facing people and I love talking to people. So that's when I knew, okay, I want to do something in technology, but I'm not a coder for sure. Like, I understand what the end product should look like. I understand the use cases. I understand the technology behind it. But for sure, I can't sit the entire day, writing code. That wasn't me. But yeah, that's when I realized that, I have a flair for sales and marketing. And that's when, right, actually, after I got my MBA degree, I worked for one of the largest telecoms of that time called MCI WorldCom, which actually taught me a lot about, working in United States, how, the entire sales, when you look at United States, in fact, Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar ji, he says, all different countries are known for different things, right? And he says, United States is known for its marketing. They'll sell you, a moon on a no moon day. And, that's when I actually experienced that. I was like, they're so good in, relationship building and actually selling, right? And so I learned a lot of things from my colleagues. After MCI WorldCom, I started working with Conversant Communications, and luckily my manager at that time, I'm still in touch with him, and he's such a great guide. So I've had some of the best mentors. I think that was like very, very important in my life, shaping me up to what I am today. And once I finished my work at Conversant, and For me, entrepreneurship was always something that I wanted to do. I mean, when Dheeraj and me were dating, there were only two things that we would always talk about. We would talk about Shivji and we would talk about business, entrepreneurship, right? And that's what just like really connected both of us. And we're from business backgrounds also, right? Marwari and Sindhi families, our families are very business oriented. So we always knew that after learning things from the industry, we want to do something of our own where we have more freedom to take decisions, where we can really grow it. So yeah, that's how it all started.
How do you manage time? Like, mom of two kids, you're a wellness coach, and you have your own businesses, and you have taught like 15,000 people. And how do you manage it all? How is it possible?
Yeah, I think anyone can do it. One of the key things here, which I've realized, is if you are able to manage your mind, you can do a lot more than you think you can do. And also, there's a secret behind growth and scaling up is your luck factor, right? And the power of manifestation. And you will realize that the more and more you meditate, the faster manifester you become, right? You're able to manifest the best teams, you're able to manifest relationships and family, all of that. So you're able to attract a lot of good things because there's just so much positivity around you, right? And the best people who are aligned with you get connected, and nothing can happen without a good team, right? So and as a person, I'm also quite compassionate in the sense that I have my, expectations put in the right way. I'm not very aggressive as a person, and sometimes it's okay. I'm quite liberal when it comes to targets, in the sense, there's a balance. Nothing is worth it, for the peace of my mind or anyone's mind, and things can happen. Some things can take time. But what I want to share is you don't have to sacrifice or compromise on your peace of mind just because you want to be somewhere in life. Yeah, but if you can focus on your mind, if you can focus on being calm and spending good time with your family, working a lot on your health, which has been my key area of focus. I really like to balance everything, start my day. I'm an early riser, and that's really, really helped me. I wake up at 4:30 every day. I go to bed by 9:30. So I follow the entire Ayurveda circadian rhythm. My last meal is at 6 o'clock. And I eat clean. I eat more of millets. So a combination of all of that, along with yoga and at least 4 times a week weight training and good teams, that's what has helped me balance everything. But at the end of the day, whether it's anybody, a lady or a man, ecosystem and a support is very important. So your immediate family, your entire ecosystem when it comes to your staff, whether at home or in office, have to really be aligned with you and support you. And if you have the right people in your team, then you can pretty much do anything that you want to.
What if there is a lack of alignment in your personal life? Say you're interested in meditation and your husband Dheeraj is also equally enthusiastic about it. But what if you don't have that luxury in life?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people have that in their life, in the sense where one is inclined, towards a particular thing and the other is not. I think you have to just do it very skillfully. And but what happens is at the end of the day, when people in your family see the transformation in you, right? See your aura, see your calmness somewhere or the other. It's very addictive, right? So if you know that this is good for you and you stick to it, sooner or later, people are going to get attracted. So the entire environment of the family sooner or later does become, towards meditating. And a lady of a house actually has a lot of role and around wellness, right? Because when it comes to keeping the family healthy and doing the right things in the kitchen, incorporating the right values for the kids, incorporating a very healthy routine, a lot of that can be done. And that itself is what is meditation and spirituality all about, right? Meditation and spirituality is not about going away from home a week in a month and just going and meditating. It's actually about just having a very balanced and happy life. You could just be learning to play flute, and as long as you are sorted as a person, as long as your relationships are sorted, as long as you know how to handle your emotions, that is what is meditation. And it's just that, our guided meditations and Sudarshan Kriya just help you go deeper, and they help you delete a lot of things. What's happening is, we acquire different, knowingly, unknowingly, different stresses every single day. Right. So whether it is at work or at home, or you meet anybody or hear something or in news, so you're acquiring, but how do you delete that? It's like writing on a whiteboard. And if you keep writing, but you're not deleting, that whiteboard is going to become black. And that's why it makes you feel so heavy. But meditation and Sudarshan Kriya is your daily delete button. You erase all that off. And that's why, once you do Sudarshan Kriya, we have this very powerful program called the Advanced Silence Program, where 3 days you go in silence. It's one of the best programs that Art of Living has. And I think everyone must experience it once in 3 months, at least in your entire year. That just makes you feel like at least 5 kgs lighter every time, from your mind and from your head. It's so beautiful. So I think, when you do that, when you do your regular practices, you're very sorted. And then just work, you can work in a far more focused way, right? Like imagine you're at work, but there's something about home that's bothering you, or something about the kids, and you're unable to overcome that. Are you going to be able to focus at work? No, right? So it's just time wasted. But if you're able to manage your emotions, you're able to let go, because stuff happens, situations happen. And, in Art of Living, we have 5 different principles that I think are the 5 keys to leading a very happy life. So that is, opposite values are complementary to each other. What it basically means is, the depth of happiness and joy, because at some time you've experienced sorrow. And then accept people and situations as they are, right? Situations will come. There are people around you who you're not able to completely align with. How can you still be around them happy and accept them just the way they are? Right. And then, do not be a football of others' opinions. Everybody can have their own opinion, giving people the freedom to have their opinion. And then not seeing intention behind others' mistakes. So basically not holding any grudges. And then just realizing that, present moment is inevitable. This is how it is right now. So instead of questioning, oh, why is it like this? And why is it like this? You just wonder. So the entire Art of Living program is from why to, oh, that's why. And that's been my biggest learning. And, that's something that I practice in my daily routine as well.
Yeah, so what you just described sounded really good, right? Like, but I work in technology, and I know many others who are working in technology, especially young mothers. Like you're a mother as well. I'm not a mother, but I've heard from other young mothers who really struggle to manage time, especially working in technology sector. If they are in a role, engineering role, they find it even more challenging. And that's why you sort of really start to see a drop in the technical roles as well amongst women. They find it very difficult to say manage kids at home, like 2 or 3 kids at home, go to work, then come back and just take care of the kids and stuff. And especially here, like they do it all themselves, very with very little support from their family. What advice can you give to young mothers in here who are trying to juggle family responsibilities and work responsibilities? Like they, some of them do wake up at 4:30, but they wake up to actually complete the household work a lot of the time. So they are way too exhausted that they can't wake up until 6 o'clock because they've been spending too much time taking care of kids and getting everything organized at home. What would be your advice for them? How can they manage this?
Yeah, so first of all, I want to say that I completely agree that it's hard. It's very, very tough to be a working woman and being a mother. It's more than a full-time job, right? It's like three jobs all at once, for sure. And, so the first thing that I want to share with all women out there is you're doing really well. So don't be hard on yourself. What you're doing is, as a woman, you always and always want to go above and beyond and want to give the best. So just want to say that, don't be hard on yourself. You're anyways doing really good by being a mother and by, having your own career and working. It's all of those are very, very demanding roles. So sometimes, it's okay if certain things are not in order, and it's completely okay to have bad days, right? It's completely okay if you're feeling different emotions on a certain day. Reach out to your friends, reach out for help, meditate. I think just by meditating and doing sudarshan kriya, that just helps you with that additional boost of energy, and just teaching kids the values of, helping at home. And, if they also can learn how to meditate, the entire atmosphere at home is far more aligned. And, take care of your health, because if you take care of your health, only then, you can take care of an entire family. And I want to say is that, you've anyways achieved everything. But at the end of the day, what really, really matters in life is to be happy. So, you could be like, working in a company, a CEO of a 5,000, 10,000 people company, or if you aspire to be of one, but somewhere you're not happy, it's of no use, right? But you can also be at a certain position, and as long as you're happy, that's what really matters, because it trickles down everywhere in your life. If you're happy and you're sorted, then everything, your relationships are good. And believe it or no, kids learn a lot from you. Kids learn more from the unsaid vibes than the things that are said. So the way you deal with your life and your emotions are what's shaping their tomorrow. And just having a balance in life is just not about one thing, right? It's a combination of your relationships, your loved ones, your kids, your relationship with your spouse, your parents, your home, all of that. So if you're able to balance that out, some days are going to be good, and nothing has to be perfect. It's okay if the house is a little untidy. It's okay if the dishes are not washed on a single day. But take care of your health first, and just not physical health, even mental and emotional health. a health, always reach out for help, talk it out, because just know that all women are in the same journey, and it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to share your emotions, and you'll be so surprised how many women come out there to help you, right? Because that's what women like to do. Just share, care, and just be there. That inner compassion and warmth is there. So I just say you're anyways doing good. So yeah, just be good to yourself. Yeah.
And also from another perspective, right? There are some women who are single, some women who don't have kids. Like there is some pressure as well from the society that as a woman you get married, you have a family at this specific age and stuff. But there are women who don't, who for them it doesn't happen that way, the way it's been prescribed by the society. And that can actually cause a lot of stress and tension as well. What message have you got for them?
So I just want to say that at the end of day, it's your choice, right? And as long as you're happy with that choice and you are in acceptance, a lot of women don't have kids or decide to stay single by choice, right? And there I would say that just being internally very strong and not letting people's opinions bother you is what you need to work on. And it's of course easier, you may say, well, it's quite easy said than done, right? But I think the meditation and Sudarshan Kriya really brings that inner strength, and helps you face pressures like that. And then there are other women who, by circumstances, right, whether it's medically or any other circumstances around, are not able to do certain things that they would like to do. And at that time, what I want to say is just be in acceptance that this is how it is right now. But I can still choose to be happy. I can still choose to do a lot of good work that will impact the world, and maybe I'm here for something larger cause. And just having that faith, nature has decided this for me, and I know that only the best is meant for me. So when you look at life like that, see, mother loves her child 10 times more than the father. And whatever form you may say, whether guru or god or nature, whatever you may call, loves the child 100 times more. So when you have that faith that I'm a good person, I know that nature has the best in store for me. You'll just be able to take that confidence, that joy, that inner peace, and take it to next level, because uh, just asking why doesn't take anyone anywhere. But that moving it to wonder, oh, wow, let me find out why nature has decided this for me. Let me look at my skills. Maybe nature has decided this entire role because there's something very large that I can't see right now, you
Mhm.
know? So, yeah, that just brings, peace of mind.
I just love your optimism. The way it's just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Who were your biggest inspirations or role models growing up?
So, as a child, for me, my biggest inspiration till today, after Gurudev, I would have to say, has been my mom. And she was just such a amazing person, such a giver, and she just loved to celebrate, and there was so much warmth about her, and people loved her. She was so caring, so compassionate, and she had some of the best entrepreneurial skills. So I just learned, so much from her, and the value of letting go, the value of compromise. And, when I say compromise, it sounds like where you're sort of giving in, but actually it takes a lot of strength to compromise, right? And I think only the strong ones actually compromise. So those are some of the values, ethics, bonding, caring for family that I learned from her. Till today, she is my biggest inspiration. And uh, this value of giving back to society and creating a social impact, came from her.
Mm.
Yeah. And beyond that, I think a lot of top women entrepreneurs. When I was in my teens, I was inspired by Leela Poonawalla, who is she's a famous industrialist. And then today, when I look at women who inspire me, one of them is Bhanuma, right, Gurudev's sister. She runs the entire Gift a Smile project, where we have 1,000 schools that are running all across India, absolutely free of cost to the students. These are first generation literates. The entire education system that she has created is amazing. And the other woman who really, really inspires me, for someone who can be so intellectually strong, powerful, yet so humble, and creating so much social impact, is Sudha Murthy.
Mm.
And I really, would want to meet her someday. I just think she's so grounded, at that level. This is a very, very, very important attribute to have, to be so successful and yet so grounded. What I really like about Sudha Murthy. Yeah.
Mm. You've mentioned Gurudev few times, but not all our listeners will know who is Gurudev. Do you want to
Mhm.
tell us more about Gurudev? Who is he?
Yeah, so Gurudev, he is Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji. He is the founder of Art of Living organization. Art of Living is a global NGO spread in over 182 countries, and globally, people have experienced Sudarshan Kriya. Sudarshan Kriya is a rhythmic breathing technique which Gurudev has given to the entire world. Today, you see Art of Living courses and programs happening across, whether it's in schools or whether it's in prisons, in villages, in corporates, and it's helped millions just lead a stress-free life. And he's also been, he's a global humanitarian, and he's just been able to mediate such large, different, uh, challenges and global um, discussions, whether it was around the different whether it was in Ayodhya or just mediations in different governments. He's just been able to bring so much impact globally. And it's always a wonder seeing him work, because he can be so effective, so powerful, and yet so simple. Like, he'll meet at least 10 to 12,000 people every single day, travel to at least 30, 40 plus cities every single year, and yet do everything with a smile. And every time you meet him, he'll just ask you, are you happy? And he's given so much to the world, and he just doesn't want anything for himself. So I just feel very fortunate to have known him at a time when I needed meditation the most. I would have been a very different person. I would have had a very, very different and difficult life if I wouldn't have meditation as part of my life, because as I was sharing, I absolutely didn't know how to manage my mind. For me, anger was something that it was very very hard for me to deal with, and dejection was very hard for me to deal with. And it's just that, with meditation and Sudarshan Kriya has brought in so much stability in my life. And I owe it all to Gurudev, his practices, his knowledge. It's just been so amazing. And this has just been not my experience, it's been experienced globally for everybody who've met him, who've done the programs. It's always been a beautiful experience and life transforming experience. So I would urge everyone, if you haven't experienced meditation yet, go to YouTube, meditate on one of his guided meditations, do the Sudarshan Kriya course at the earliest. If you've done Sudarshan Kriya, do the silence meditation program, and, have seva as a part of your daily and weekly routine. The more you have seva, which is giving back to the society as part of your life, happier and more fulfilling and satisfying your life is going to be. Yeah.
So you, in your LinkedIn profile, you've mentioned that you had taught for over 15,000 people. Like, how did this happen over a period of 10 years or less? How did you manage to teach these courses? How did you reach to them?
Yeah, so typically, because we know that, work takes up a lot of our time. So what we do is we work with a lot of youth in schools and colleges. So, for example, a lot of colleges in Pune have the Art of Living program as part of their curriculum, as part of their induction. So we've taught at various MBA colleges, various engineering colleges. In fact, just last month alone, we did 1,000 people program at one of the famous colleges in Pune. We did 1,000 people program. So we just divide that over 4 batches. We do like a 250 people batch, and just those 4 or 5 days are dedicated to just working on the youth and giving them the best, and guiding them on how they can shape up their life, and how the knowledge of Sudarshan Kriya and the breathing technique can really help them excel in life. So just in the last since 2010, this has been our routine yearly. And then, of course, we do a lot of open courses, which on an average are about 75 people, 100 people. We try to do one course every single month. There are months where we do more than one. So we collaborate with other teachers, and that's how. So in fact, just like last week on Sunday, we organized a 260 people advanced meditation program for a senior teacher, where people came from all across India to the Art of Living ashram, Pune ashram, and did the silence program, and felt so free and happy after doing the program.
Wow. Sounds too amazing. Too amazing. And you also mentioned about Ayurveda. Now, once again, not all our listeners will know what Ayurveda is. Can you talk to us a little bit about what is Ayurveda? And was there a pivotal moment in your life where you realized that this is your calling, that you need to work in spreading this knowledge?
Sure, absolutely. So Ayurveda is the science of life. If you go back 200 years ago or 300 years ago, this is exactly how we lived. Living closest to the nature is what is Ayurveda, right? In fact, Ayurveda starts from your kitchen. All the spices, whether it's your coriander, it's your cinnamon, your turmeric, all of these spices actually contribute to good health. And what Ayurveda says is, if you eat clean, if you follow the circadian rhythm, which is the rhythm of nature, and if you do regular pulse diagnosis, which is Nadi Pariksha. So Nadi Pariksha, it's a very, very powerful ancient science, which through your pulse can not only tell you what's happening in your body before the symptoms actually show up outside, can not only tell you what's going on inside physically, but even mentally and emotionally.
Mm.
And we all know that it's more than the physical, it's the mental and emotional part that, you know, hits the health, right? So, what I always say that a strong mind can heal a weak body. A strong mind can heal a weak body, but a weak mind can destroy a healthy body.
Mm.
So it's so important to be, emotionally and mentally strong. And Ayurveda and Nadi Pariksha actually helps you work on your health even before. People that practice regular Nadi Pariksha, which is like once in 3 months, 80% of the diseases can be avoided if you do regular Nadi Pariksha. So
Mm.
I definitely urge everyone to do regular diagnosis. Eat by your prakriti. Everyone is born with a particular prakriti, and prakriti is basically your constitution, the way you behave, the way you look, the way your nature is, all of that. And if you lead your life according to your prakriti, you're going to be far more healthier and balanced person. Yeah. And then just like, seasonal detox, right? Which is panchakarma, which is the Ayurveda way of detox, which actually does the detox from your cells. It is so powerful. It removes the toxins from your cells and flushes it out. So if you do regular panchakarma, like at least once a year or twice a year, you do panchakarma, you can just be so healthy and free of several diseases. Yeah. And for me, the pivot was number one was, when I was small, I had migraine and it was affecting me so much. And when I got to know about Ayurveda and started following Ayurveda, it just helped me heal and cure from migraine, coupled with meditation and Sudarshan Kriya. That was one. And the other thing was, I lost my mom to autoimmune disorder. And autoimmune disorder is something which is a very rare disease, but only recently I got to know that it could have been completely cured and healed through Ayurveda. And that's when I was like, okay, if I can study more about this and share the knowledge of Ayurveda and wellness with others, I can bring good health in other people's lives because, everyone deserves good health and everyone would like their family to be healthy too, right?
Mm.
So seeing over the years, seeing people heal and lead a better life because of Ayurveda has brought in such immense satisfaction that I just want to go out there and tell more and more people about Ayurveda. So, we have this very, very beautiful story where, this young boy is walking on the beach with his grandfather, and a lot of fishes from the ocean have come on the banks, right? And they are dying. And this young boy is picking each one and, putting it back in the water. And then grandfather says, what are you doing? How many are you going to be able to save? And the boy picks up one fish and says, it's going to make a difference to this one. And picks up another and it's going to make a difference to this one. So that's the way I look at my life right now. I know that, as many as people I can reach out to, whether it's in the medium of a podcast or, face to face or through my blogs or through LinkedIn, I just talk a lot about wellness because true wealth is about good health.
Mm.
Health is just having good health is actually the true wealth. Yeah.
Great. Now, how do you balance the contrasting worlds of AI driven contact center solutions and a deeply rooted natural wisdom of Ayurveda?
Yeah, it's actually not contrasting at all. You can have any profession in your life, you can be in any kind of business, but Ayurveda is the way of life. Everybody, and knowingly, unknowingly, everyone is following Ayurveda. Some are following more, some are following less. And Ayurveda is actually very, very simple way. Just doing your yoga practices, following, a good diet, sattvic diet. You can read more about what is sattvic, rajasic, tamasic diet, because the more sattvic diet you eat, the better your health is going to be. You're going to be far more, because we say jaisa an vaisa man. So if you eat right, you're also going to be more calm as a person. So, and then exercising, doing your strength training, doing your meditation, doing your sudarshan kriya, that's what Ayurveda is about. And it's like, like, uh it's like literally brushing your teeth. It's part of your daily routine. So it just becomes a way of life. So, but I like that you asked this question, because what I want to say is, many times in today's day and age, people look at wellness as something which is above and beyond that what they do. What I want to say is, listen, it's part of your life. Incorporate that, and then do whatever you have to do. So, and I think one industry, luckily, and that I'm part of it, is which has been impacted the most globally. It is the most flourishing industry, and also the most impacted industry when it comes to stress levels, very strict deadlines, and long work hours, is the IT industry. So, what I want to say is that just by incorporating, and by Ayurveda, I also mean natural healing therapies like Marma, osteopathy. So, we have this organization called as a Shri Shri Wellbeing, and that is, we've partnered with Prakritic Lifestyle, has partnered with Shri Shri Wellbeing only because of the best therapies that are under the Shri Shri Wellbeing umbrella, global therapies. So it's like osteopathy from Canada, Rekenho of Japan, LNB of Germany, and Meru and Murma of India, and Meridian Therapy of China. I mean, everything, all the best global therapies under one single roof. I've seen so many people heal from things like, sciatica and migraine, and, osteoarthritis and gut issues and mild depression with osteopathy, and with Meru, and just with Marma, your body goes into self-healing mode. All of these are so powerful. So I would just encourage each and everyone to have these as part of your, weekly routine. Pamper yourself, because if you pamper yourself, you're going to have a much more healthier life. Yeah.
Yeah, so we can, like, you are doing a great job being an entrepreneur and also a wellness coach. Obviously, you're going to be taking care of your employees much more. But how can other businesses integrate wellness into their technology practices?
Yeah. So what I want to say is, today, one of the key KRAs and KPIs of many organizations is employee well-being. Today, employees, or having a good culture, is not just about paying them well. It's also about looking at their, health, physical, mental, emotional health, because somewhere or the other, it is tied down to their productivity, to their efficiency. And if your employees are happy, if they are stress free, they're going to be far more productive at workplace. So, having employee wellness zones, employee wellness experience zones, where they can, they're feeling too tired, they can just go take a Marma. If they're feeling, there are any health challenges, they can get their Nadi Pariksha or do an osteopathy session and just feel so recharged. just simple acts of kindness like that, can just help employees, just lead a better life. And as an organization, you're going to be far more valued for just doing those small acts of kindness, because even though they don't cost a lot, in fact, they have a much better ROI than you think. Because it absolutely impacts the productivity, the efficiency, the bottom line, which every entrepreneur, the CEO cares about. But this act of kindness goes a long way in building the culture of any organization.
Do you actually have that in your organization? Do you have an osteopath within your campus where people can go for a quick session?
Yeah, so we have Nadi Pariksha is a regular practice. Once in 3 months, we do Nadi Pariksha. As employee perks, we have Murma and osteopathy. When someone, is there throughout they've done a great job, they've, achieved their target. Instead of, we do everything, right? We do the coupons, we do the prizes, but we also do these, alternate therapies as a way of giving back, because we know it really helps them. We extend the Nadi Pariksha to their families. We have an organic store within our organization. In fact, one of the giveaways that we did last month was giving out a herbal Ayurvedic toothpaste to all our employees, because we know how much harm a fluoride toothpaste can do. So we have a toothpaste in Shri Shri Tattva, which is called, Sudanta, which has got all the herbs. So, as simple as just incorporating a good herbal toothpaste in your daily routine and small things like that, reaching out. We have in-house counselors. We do the Art of Living programs are regularly conducted. All our employees have done the Art of Living program. We've hired Art of Living teachers as part of our organization. Several of them have done the advanced programs, whether it's a silence program, whether it's the DSN program, which works a lot on your confidence, your boundary. So it's part of our culture, the organizational culture. Yeah.
Awesome. That's great. So, what are simple lifestyle practices that you believe everyone should incorporate in their daily routine for better health and mindfulness?
Yeah, so just everything that I just shared in the last 20 minutes, following the circadian rhythm, eating on time, eating right, having a well balanced, wholesome diet, meditating for sure, doing Sudarshan Kriya, doing strength training, and doing yoga, and having this practice of giving back to the society. Seva is a game changer. The more your mind is more focused towards what coming from the space of what can I give versus what am I getting. When you think about what can I give, you're far more happier as a person, because you're thinking about everyone else around you versus what about me. Yeah.
Nice. So, what advice would you give to women looking to start their businesses in their fields?
Yeah, I think just the right moment is now, and the world is waiting for you, and you're already extremely talented. Just go right, at it. Everyone, the entire ecosystem will all come together, and don't be afraid of failure at all. Just it's okay if things don't work out. Just look at it as learning, and just keep moving on, however small, however in whatever raw form, but just go for it. Yeah.
Beautiful. Have there been any particular challenges you faced as a woman entrepreneur, and how did you overcome them?
Yeah, I think, as an entrepreneur, challenges and opportunities are part of your daily life, right? And of course, we have fires. Some days there are bigger fires, and there are some days which are smaller fires. But number one, having a ecosystem, or having a team, or having family that you can speak to is very important, and something as an entrepreneur which just keeps you grounded and hopeful is your meditation. Sudarshan Kriya, that has actually helped me. That, one thing that's constant in life is change. So having a bad day today doesn't mean you're going to have all bad days. So it's okay. This too shall pass, and this too shall pass. Just having that faith that only the best is in store for me, it really helps. And it's okay. Everyone does face hurdles, and it's okay just to, in fact, even Gurudev says, when you're having a really bad day, just take a pillow and go to sleep. So in simple words, it's okay. It's good to meditate and be calm. Sometimes, at one point, one day, everything is just going to go away. So don't miss the present moment, which is so beautiful, having family around you. We all are so, so blessed to have such amazing family around them. And, at that point, whenever you're feeling stressed out, one of the things that I always do is practice a lot of gratitude. And, when you start looking at things that you're really, really grateful for in your life, you will, tears of gratitude, tears of joy will just flow. Oh God, you've given me so much. And this is a story with everybody around us, right? Thanking God for two perfect hands and feet and home, just a job, everything, family. There's so much, so much. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So,
Yeah.
what do you think organizations can do, or like us as individuals can do to create more inclusive space for women in tech industries?
Yeah, I think opening up more opportunities, more flexibility. Uh, you know, Women are definitely multitaskers. So allowing them, giving them a little bit of more freedom and flexibility, giving them a chance, being a little bit more liberal with deadlines. And I think, just giving them the opportunity, and you will be surprised and you'll be amazed what they can do. Just trust them and you'll have a friend for life. Uh,
Yes. Now, looking back on your journey so far, what are you most proud of?
I think for me, it's just been what I think my biggest accomplishment, I would have to say, will be becoming an art of living teacher, because that's just been my biggest achievement. This way of giving back to society, bringing people, um, to a stress-free mind, stress-free life. Nothing can compare, or nothing can be, anything greater than that, in my opinion. It's just so valuable. It's something that I, really cherish a lot in my life. And I'm grateful that I had the right people very early on to introduce me to meditation, that it's only because of them that today I'm on this path. Yeah, so very grateful.
So, who introduced you into this path?
Yeah, so it was my husband's brother, Jayesh. Yeah, and for me, spirituality was something that I was sort of intrigued by always. So he didn't really have to push me. He just, whenever he spoke, it was always a wonder for me. Oh, wow, wow, this is something that I want to try. So luckily, he just told me a few times, and I was like, oh, yeah, I want to do it. And then I was just so, the transformation was so amazing, and a stark difference that I was like, there are many others like me who need this. And that's when I decided that I want to be a art of living teacher and give back.
Mm. So, what's next for you? Are there any exciting new initiatives or projects that you're working on that you would like to share?
Yeah, so there is so much, so you can actually, when you talk about spirituality, when you talk about meditation, there are so many different areas around you that the society can benefit from, right? So one is at workplace, wellness at workplace, growing the IT company, because the more jobs we have, more impact we're going to be able to make. And typically spirituality is looked at someone who is just doing meditation or spirituality alone. But what we want to say is entrepreneurs can also be financially successful and yet be really, really strong meditators and meditation teachers. So meditation and entrepreneurship are not the two sides. They're not the opposite sides, but it actually goes hand in hand. So that's one message that we want to give through entrepreneurship. And then also grow wellness. So we've started Panchakarma just last month in Pune, where we have this particular therapy called Netra Tejas. It's very powerful. Have seen, and especially works on the eyes, right? I've actually seen people with -2, -3 power number just reduce their power in a matter of 5 days. It's so powerful. It's an ancient Ayurvedic technique. And now we're in the process of opening 3 more centers in Pune, because more the Panchakarma clinics all across the globe, the better, people's health is going to be. And we have another one very, very exciting venture that will be coming up very soon. It's going to be in the field of education, because that's our future, the future of tomorrow. So we are working on that. So a lot of amazing and exciting things on the way. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so impressed. How do you have the time and still have a smile in your face and a glow in your face?
Yeah, it just, when you're aligned with nature, and when it's the right intention, nature supports you. Yeah. And
Mm,
just right people, right? Like people like you, we all come together to do what is the right thing for the world.
very nice.
Yeah.
If there's
Hmm.
one message you'd like our audience to take away from this conversation, what would it be?
So you can actually repeat this in your mind or every single day when you wake up, and then just it'll sort of summarize everything that we've spoken about. So my message is: a healthy man has 1,000 dreams. A healthy man has 1,000 dreams, but an unhealthy one has only one. So
Mm,
focus on your health, focus on your wellness, focus on your family's health, and everything will just happen. Just have that faith that only the best will happen with me.
thank you. Vishaka, it was such a pleasure to have this conversation with you. Thank you so much for giving us this honor and privilege to listen to you. And you're such a busy woman. Really loved our conversation, your positivity, how optimistic you are. It's like amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Meena. I'm very grateful for, getting the invitation to be on the podcast and share whatever I could in my own little way. And if even if it makes a difference to one person, my goal has been achieved. So thank you so much. Very grateful. And keep doing the amazing work. Keep inspiring. Keep sharing. And women across the globe need it. So, I would encourage all your viewers to like, share with as many people as possible about Meena and about the amazing work that she is doing. And let's grow this all together. Thank you, Meena.